Go, Shamir. Shamir, you know what I think? What happened with your injury, which is on your right foot, correct?
Yeah.
When I'm hitting with you and I watch you hit backhands, there seems to be a hesitancy to load that front foot. It's almost like you're careful when you come in here. You don't want to put like pressure on this foot, and you don't really set this foot. It's not your foundation.
Yeah.
So you end up playing the ball off your back foot a lot.
Yeah.
Which would be okay if the situation allowed this to happen naturally. So if you get pulled back and you end up hitting off your back foot, and no problem at all. But especially when I'm volleying to you and the ball is coming very low, you do have to step up to that ball and you have to load that front foot heel to toe and pull all the weight on the front foot. And since this foot is hurting, I feel like you're kind of like very careful with that foot.
Yeah.
You don't want to put weight on it. And now the backhand power has gone down drastically.
That's why I slice.
But it's the same problem on the slice. You have to load there too. You have to load the front foot. So your slice is going to suffer from this issue as well.
Yeah.
So what I think we should work on is open stance backhands.
Okay.
Because you're now playing with a lot of good players. You told me you're playing with a guy who's 5'5".
Yeah.
A college player.
Yeah.
So this guy's going to give you enough penetration where there's going to be more situations where you can hit open stance backhands.
Yeah.
He's going to push you on this side. His balls are going to penetrate through the court. Open stance backhand is going to be very valuable there.
Yeah, even I can load on this all I want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, you still need to figure out a way to more comfortably load when the ball is hit with less penetration. You do have to load that front foot heel to toe. Can you do this move for me? Just let me know how it feels.
Yeah, just careful with it because I'm not.
You're careful.
I need to build time.
Does it hurt when you do it?
Not right now, no. Just.
Okay, do a few.
Yeah.
And let me know what that feels like. I'm going to give you a really low ball right there. Go in the middle.
It takes time to build the confidence.
Go in the middle right there.
Yeah. Load on that right leg.
Load on heel to toe though. Heel to toe. It's going to be a more comfortable way to do it. If you come up there and you stomp this leg, this is going to be more pressure on that foot and possibly more pain. You're going to feel that foot more. If you go heel to toe, you know what I mean by heel to toe?
Yeah.
You plant the heel into the ground first, and now this weight transfer is going to be more natural and you're going to get less absorption on the foot itself.
Okay.
It's going to flow in and out of that movement. And the pressure is going to be evenly distributed as opposed to just kind of stomping into the shot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Maybe that's what happened
yeah,
to
so
my
let's go heel to toe. Oh, you think that's how you hurt yourself?
No, I'm just saying maybe
no, I don't.
All that stomping.
I don't think so, man. Do you remember the first time we ever played with each other?
Do
you remember?
The backhand video we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember you saw me here and you came up to me and you're like, oh, you Nick from YouTube?
Yeah.
Intuitive Tennis? And I'm like, yeah.
You're like, oh gosh.
And and we started talking, and that was the first time I've ever seen you play. Was that first lesson we did, the backhand lesson.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that video, the first time we were ever on the court, that got over 1 million views.
Oh wow.
That's how magical our first meeting was, Shamir.
Yes.
The sparks were flying.
Yes.
And the connection was built from the get-go. But in any case, the reason why I bring up that video, in that video we were working on the lateral step, remember?
Yeah.
And get more of a shoulder turn.
And dip.
Yeah. So in addition to you doing heel to toe, don't forget the fundamentals on the backhand.
Yeah, I got it.
The one-handed backhand requires a large setup. It needs a lot of torso rotation because you're hitting it with the weak side of your arm. So the body has to help the arm. The body has to help the arm because the arm is naturally weak on that side. So when you go heel to toe, also don't go here front, go laterally across. You can always go back and watch that video. It's one of our greatest.
Okay.
It's maybe the greatest video we've ever done, Shamir. Here we go. Come on, more lateral the step and go heel to toe. Come on. Come on, trust that foot. The doctor said everything's okay. You're allowed to play tennis, right?
As long as it doesn't hurt, yeah, he said.
It doesn't hurt right now, does it?
Right now,
come on, I'm telling you, it's better than going like this.
Yeah.
Is to roll over it heel to toe. Come on. Good. All right, try again.
Lateral step.
Come on, lateral step, heel to toe. And okay, look, I'm giving you low balls. How do you have to play the low ball? Vertical swing path.
Up.
You want to hit that flat, you're going to miss. Watch. You got to lift the ball up with a lot of spin. You saw the spin on that one-hander?
I got to go up.
More vertical, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Come on, heel to toe. Much better, Shamir. Come again. Heel to toe. Good. And another one. Come on. Much better, Shamir. Go again. Come on. Plant that heel into the ground. Stick that heel into the ground. Also, another thing that a lot of rec players are afraid to do is take a large step. They're tentative in their movements and they don't like the idea of going very far in their setup. There's nothing wrong with being super wide in your setup.
It's okay? Take a big...
Absolutely. Have you ever seen Federer? Sometimes Federer will go like this at certain times.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to go like that when the situation doesn't present itself. But in this case, you're getting a low ball that's going wide as well. It's okay to be very far apart. You feed me one, I'll show you.
Okay.
Feed me a low one right there, and I'll show you a super wide setup. Okay, that was a...
Bad feed.
No, it was a bad backhand. Try again. Remember, I don't have a one-hander, but you saw how wide I was there? Let me try one more time. Look. Ah, beautiful one-hander, Shamir, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Big step.
You saw that large step?
Yeah. Heel to the hill first.
Well, see, the longer your step becomes, the more natural heel to toe it's going to be.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
if you make that step a little bit longer, naturally that heel is going to touch the ground first.
And
Okay.
lateral, not into the court.
Even when you go into the court, then it should be lateral as well. So if you're going into the court, you still want to try to get this foot on the outside.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, let me see if I can.
Come again. Come on. Don't
Nice
be
hold that
afraid.
one.
Don't be afraid
Yeah.
to step around. Come on. Best backhand of your life. Come on, Shamir. You got this. Go a little bit longer with that foot. Come on. Don't be afraid, man. Trust it. What do you think? How good was that?
It feels a little better.
What do you mean a little better?
Well, that one felt a lot better.
How's your foot? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt right now.
Okay, you did heel to toe. You did a long lateral step.
So maybe that's what I need to do. Big lateral steps, heel to toe.
When the situation presents itself. So don't, when you're like warming up down the middle and somebody gives you a ball right here and you took a large step like this, makes no sense, right? So
Yeah.
it has to be in the right context, the wide step. It
Okay.
has to happen when you're hitting on the run, okay?
If I'm hitting a backhand in the middle, I bring my left foot out. I don't even have to.
That's another thing we discussed in our first
Yeah.
lesson. Remember that?
You swing.
That's stuck in your mind.
Yes, it did.
You can do that, but think about it this way. If a ball comes in the middle, what do you prefer? You prefer forehand. So,
Yeah.
so you want to hit a forehand there.
Yeah.
But let's say you get jammed or whatever and ball comes at you, you can't get around the backhand. Yes, this would work just fine, getting this foot on the outside and hitting a backhand like that.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Big lateral step.
All right, so now,
and toe.
yes, so now we're gonna work on open stance one-handed backhand,
Okay.
okay? A very important shot that you can hit completely freely because your left foot is healthy.
Yeah.
All right, so it has to be the right circumstance. It's gonna happen when the ball has a lot of penetration. When the ball goes through the court, no problem, you can do open stance.
Yeah.
Also, when you're going laterally this way,
Okay.
you can do something called open closed. In other words, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna come in here, you're gonna hit it off this foot, and then this foot is gonna come through. Here, feed me one, I'll show you how to do it.
Oh yes.
You saw that?
You took a big lateral step and then you.
No, I'll hit it off this leg. You
you
watch,
did?
watch very carefully.
Okay. Oh yeah, you hit off the left leg.
Yeah, and then the right leg came through.
Okay.
So all
Am
the
I feeding it right? I don't know if
You're feeding it perfect, man.
Okay.
You got a future as a coach. Okay, some of these, I don't necessarily have to do it on these feeds, but I'm
Right.
just faking it so I can show you. So
Right.
basically what it is this contact and then this comes through at the end.
Okay.
Scenario where this would take place is when you're in a more emergency situation where you can't plant the front foot. On the run, return a serve
So
situation.
it's hitting like a heavy forehand to my backhand.
When it's going that
And
way and when you're
it's
hitting
going
it,
that way.
you're hitting it on the run, that's when you would utilize this technique.
Okay.
Come on, Shamir, you got this. All right, we're gonna do open close, okay? Come around the cone every time.
Wait.
Okay,
I
but
don't know how to do this anymore.
there's a mistake you did. You tried to open up and rotate,
Yeah.
and this movement went away. So you went like this, but then you also rotated. You can't do that in this instance. So it's a situation where, again, I told you, it's an emergency situation.
Yeah.
So there's going to be very limited rotation, and you're going to stay sideways through the entirety of the shot. Watch me again. I'm going to show you. You stand right here so you can see
opening. Oh, okay, I gotta stay close.
Watch this. I'm going to feed it to myself.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's okay. All right, here's a situation where I can load and I can open up in an open stance situation, okay? I'm going to do open stance, but now I can load and I can rotate.
That one you
okay?
rotated.
This requires a little bit of time, but let's just say it's more on the run with less time. Now, watch. If I try to rotate, I can't because my momentum is bringing me that way.
This is the emergency one.
So what I'll have to do is this, watch. It's on the run, emergency, I'm going like this, so I'm staying sideways through the entirety of the shot.
Okay, the other one that you opened up, that one you have more time.
Do you understand the distinction?
Yeah.
With more time, you can do your normal backhand, which is a backhand with more continuing rotation after contact.
Maybe because it was a hand feed, I was doing that, right? What do you think?
It's possible. So let me make my hand feed as realistic as possible. You ready?
Oh, now I'm punishing myself.
All right, here we go, Shamir. Come on. Much better. There you go. Remember,
Okay.
You did it.
Yeah, but then I didn't recover right.
Don't worry about that. You're recovering just fine.
I am? Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Don't overthink it, man.
Did I push off my left? Wait, I don't even know what I did. I just went like this.
No, you didn't. You hit off your left leg.
And then I landed with my right?
You landed with your right, but the feeling should be that you are hitting it off your off leg. You're going to feel that as you're hitting.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to feel that.
I just feel like in the emergency backhand shot,
yeah,
if I'm hitting open-handed stance or open, the recovery is really important because I'm all the way in this corner and I'm in an emergency situation, like you said, so getting back is like really important, right?
Recovery is extremely important, but you know what's more important than recovery? The shot itself.
Yeah.
So recovery is useless if the shot is a disaster.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't fix the shot first, then the recovery doesn't matter. So let's fix the shot, and then we worry about recovery. Let's not overthink this and too complicate it too much.
Yeah.
Let's fix the shot first. Later on, we talk about recovery, maybe in another lesson. Okay?
Because I just felt awkward.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, I just felt awkward getting back. I was like, wait.
Don't worry about it, man. You're overthinking it. I told you. Think about the shot first before you think about how you're going to recover. Come on.
Oh, wait, that was...
Shamir, but you're running so careful with these small little steps. Come on, trust your footwork. Longer steps. Come on.
Why am I not? I don't know.
Shamir, come on, don't overthink it. All right, ready? And come. There it is, but trust it. Come on, widen the stance. Another old lesson of ours was pulling back on the backhand. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And the problem in that lesson was that you were very narrow and your stance was very tight here.
Yeah.
So overall, you can benefit, generally speaking, on all your shots from a wider base, from a wider stance, because then your body can be more connected to the shot.
Even in this one?
Even in this one. Even when you're stepping out to hit off of this leg, you can make this step longer.
Oh yeah, this is too close.
Remember this, Shamir, very important. When you're narrow, especially when you're off balance in emergency situations, you're going to lose your balance much more than if you were in a wider base. Your foundation is going to be stronger when you're wider based.
Got it.
Think Federer or Brinka how wide they are when they set up.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to make sure my feet are more apart. Why am I not doing this?
Come on, Shamir. You got this, buddy. Go. Now we're talking, Shamir. There you go. Better. And by the way, your recovery is just fine. I don't even know what you're talking about. There you go, Shamir. Nice backhand.
This is defense ball.
Come again. It's a defense ball, buddy. Good. And one more. Last one. There you go, Shamir. Now you're playing defense and you're utilizing your left side, which is your healthy side. Good work, man. Nice. Okay, Shamir. Now, the most important utilization of an open stance one-handed backhand would be in two instances: when the ball is high and when it's going very deep in the court. Okay, because in that situation you're going to draw the energy more from your back leg. It's going to be very difficult to load that front leg. Because what's likely going to happen if you get a high ball and a deep ball at the same time and you try to load the front leg, momentum of your movement, because you're going back, is going to carry you from the front foot onto your back foot. Now you don't want to hit the backhand like this. You don't want to lose your foundation. Okay, so what you need to do instead of that is load this side, because this side is going to be further behind the ball. It's going to give you more time. So in essence, you're building in time into your backhand in order to strike your one-handed backhand powerfully enough. And this one can be executed with continuing rotation. So you can hit it just like any other backhand, but you're going to load your outside leg, your left leg. Okay, something very interesting there. If indeed you allow the ball to come down, then it's perfectly fine to do a regular setup.
Oh.
Okay, so because I'm feeding you with my hand, the ball is very slow.
Yeah.
I want you to do it even though it might not be the real situation where you would do that. You understand what I'm saying? So because this ball is fed with like 5 miles an hour, you could easily just go back and then wait, and then come in here and hit it off of this side.
When it comes down into
You're
my
right,
strike zone?
but don't do that right now because we're just practicing, okay?
Did I do it did I do that just
You
now?
did close stance, yes. So I'm gonna feed it again. It's gonna be slow, but I want you to practice the open stance. Even though you could get away with hitting close stance, you understand?
Yeah, this
Later on, I'm gonna feed you where it's gonna be real open stance. But for now, we're gonna practice open stance, even though you could probably hit it close stance. That's all I'm saying. Here we go, come on. More. There you go, Shamir. Look at that top spin. Look at that top spin. Look at the top spin, Shamir. Now, I want to explain to you why you're getting more top spin. Maybe you watched my video with Safin where I explained it to him. You know why you get more top spin when you're backing up on the one-handed backhand?
Because I'm going from underneath the ball?
No, it's got nothing to do with that. Remember, top spin is created from a vertical swing path. So whether you going from underneath the ball or not, it doesn't really matter. Yes, of course, if you come from underneath, it's easier to go up, but that doesn't determine top spin.
Okay.
Determines top spin is a vertical swing path after the moment of contact.
Okay.
Now, when you're backing up, Shamir, look, when you're backing up, let's say you're hitting off of this leg and you're going this way, see, naturally, because you're backing up,
Yeah.
it's impossible to hit forward on the ball.
Okay.
So naturally, when you're backing up, you're going like this, the swing path becomes more vertical.
Okay.
Okay? That's why this is not just you, everybody that I do this drill with, if I really push them backwards, their backhand, one-handed backhand automatically gets more topspin on it.
Because of the position and the, okay.
No, because you're going backwards and the racket naturally has a more steep, a more vertical swing path, which is how you make topspin.
Okay.
Try a couple more, come on. Look at this, Shamir, nice. Now put a little more power, come on. Now, oh, it's okay.
It's a tough shot.
Of course, well,
You're like running this way.
of course, a tough shot. Nobody said this was easy. It's a defensive one-handed backhand. One of the most difficult shots there is. Come on.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
I didn't feel like I got enough on it.
Come on, do it again. It wasn't too bad. Shamir, this is killer stuff, man. Tough shot there. That's a tough feed. Best backhand you hit today. That was absolutely perfect, Shamir. Nice work, man. So now you're hitting off your left side. It's completely safe. And again, when you play with that 5-5 that you practice with, this is going to come up all the time in situations like this. Because that guy probably hits the ball with a lot of spin, hits it hard with a lot of penetration.
Yeah. I think what helped me so far was that you telling me that my stance was too, like even though I was like here, it wasn't, you know.
Your stance has always been narrow, not only on your backhand, but your forehand as well.
Yeah.
That's something that you can generally do better on both of your sides. Trust that your setup can be wider.
I felt more comfortable when I was wider. I felt more.
It's going to feel a lot better. Your foundation is going to be stronger. Come here real quick. Come close to me.
Okay.
I've done this with you before. Okay, now go wide. Go wide. Wow, Shamir, look at this. You're like a tree, man. You're so firm into the ground.
Yeah.
That's what it is on the strokes. Look, you can probably get away with being narrow when you're stationary, when you're in the middle of the court. But once you get into more difficult situations in the court, this is where being narrow will hurt you a lot because you'll lose your balance.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to miss your shot because of it.
So if it's like a low intensity kind of thing and it's in your strike zone, you
Well,
can
there's
get
never a low intensity moment in tennis.
Well, shouldn't ever be a low.
But I'm just saying that you can get away with bad footwork, bad balance.
Right.
When it's easy.
When it's a lower level.
When it gets a little harder, that's when this type of stuff will cause us tons of mistakes. But never low intensity in tennis, always high intensity.
Like Rafa.
Like everyone on tour, everybody got high intensity. That's not bad, do that again. Much better, Shamir. Now what you gonna do with this? Good, beautiful job, Shamir. One more time. There it is, open, close. Good work, Shamir. What about this one? You don't know where I'm going. You gotta be ready. Come on. Better. And what about this one? Open stance. Do it again. Very strong, Shamir. Nice work, man. Beautiful backhand. How about this one? Okay, you see the difference there? Very important difference. You tell me what the difference was.
Okay, so the first one you fed, I feel like I hit open stance.
You did. You did.
I had less time because the ball was going behind me.
Okay, good.
The very, very last one, the second one,
Yeah.
I had more time and I hit with my right leg.
Absolutely.
Okay, how to think about it.
So the difference is the incoming ball. The incoming ball
Yeah.
will determine how you're going to set up
Yeah.
your positioning, okay? Whether you're going to hit it off your left side or your right side. And generally, when it comes to positioning, you're going to go by feel,
Yeah.
because it's going to be very difficult sometimes in a match situation, because this is practice.
Yeah.
Match is completely different. Sometimes you might not even be aware what foot you're hitting off of.
Right.
So you're going to have to go by feel. Now, all these movements that I showed you today, these are the correct movements. So that means that if you did a wrong movement, it's going to feel wrong.
It's gonna feel off.
For example, if you get a ball that's high and it's penetrating through the court, it's going behind you. If you try to set up your regular way like this, it's going to feel terrible.
Yeah.
It's going to feel a lot better if you go like this. So you're going to go by feel. That's how you're going to determine whether your setup was correct
Yeah.
or incorrect, okay?
Got
So
it.
you did a good job today. It's very important that we're starting to utilize your left side, which is the healthy side.
Yeah.
Also, because you have problems with your right side, instead of just kind of going here and being narrow, you're going to go heel to toe.
Yes.
Okay, which is going to take a lot of pressure and a lot of impact off your right leg when you set up on your backhand.
Got it.
All right?
Thank you, Nick.
Good work, man. Nice.
tap?
Racket tap too.
Okay.
Nice.